everybody else in this cast was just like, oh, Anthony Horowitz. It's like, I knew exactly what I was signing up for, because for me, I just read the title, 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue. I thought it was like going to be some sort of like bang, bang, shoot 'em up in the morgue. And I didn't realize that I signed up for maybe a sci-fi, definitely murder mystery.
I had the idea a long time ago, the idea of having a murder series taking place inside a crushed plane in the Mexican jungle. And I already knew that it would start with 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue. But believe it or not, the working title for a long, long time when I was writing it was, if I recall rightly, The Last Survivor. But when I had finished devising the story and come up with the characters and so many deaths, so much shock, so many surprises and twists and turns in the story, I realized that this was a show that was bigger than that. It was sort of more, I wanted a title that would make people stop and think.
The title alone grabbed me, like 9 Bodies, Mexico, Morgue, like that's a party I want to go to. I don't want to miss out on that. So yeah, I was fully in. But yeah, I'll tell you what, when I read the last script, which was midway through filming, yeah, I gasped. I think Adam let out a weird noise, but mine was more like a no. So
the title did most of the heavy lifting for me. I got it, this came through super last minute, so I didn't really have a great deal of time to make my decision. So the title got me halfway there, and then as soon as I read the first episode, and such clarity of characters, all the characters are so different. You throw those people into a jungle, they've got a problem, someone's getting murdered. I just wanted to be a part of that. I thought it was so interesting, and really fun. And Anthony so expertly has crafted it in a way where everyone is under suspicion at some point.
Indeed, as the title states, 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue. That is revealed in the first episode. I think the first episode wonderfully sets up the rest of the season, but does it in such a wonderful way of giving you enough to hook you in, but then also the dissatisfaction of not giving you enough that you have to watch the season.
It's hard to know what the script would be based on that, but I was like, oh, is it going to be like just some lowbrow shoot 'em up kind of thing? But then when I watched it, when I read it to people, I was like, okay, this actually has more levels, more layers, it's more interesting, it's more than you would think, and it's working on different fronts. So yeah, it was better than I had feared.
When I read the title of it, I was immediately intrigued, and then I know Anthony Horowitz a little bit. I've met him a couple of times, and he's such a master of this genre that I was kind of hooked. I mean, I didn't even have to read the scripts. I was just like, okay, I probably want to do this. And when I found out that Siobhan was in this and Eric is in this, I was kind of blown away.
This is actually incredibly clever, has many, many layers to it, is worth go back to the start again and watch it again, go back again, and you find something new. So something about the audaciousness of the title, 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue, that sort of appealed to me, because it made me go, we're doing something different in a genre that you think you know.
Hearing the title intrigued me, and then knowing me, I knew at the same time that it was an Anthony Horowitz, and he's such an icon. I'm British, especially in England, so I knew that there would be more to it. I love that it's sort of in a way hiding in plain sight. It's like, I'm going to tell you everything, and you are going to not know anything.
First of all, my agents called me and said, we have an exciting one for you, and that's agents can get very very say. They knew from the beginning this title, this story, this locale, and eventually this cast was just one in a million. I love the title because it's evocative and provocative, and I love the fact that these characters are all secretive and hard to figure out. And I think that really helps the mystery part of it.